Welcome, Taurus and Taurus cross watchers, to your love reading for January 2024. So we have overall energy from the big deck here, and then we have some advice and what to expect, and then we're going to look at what each of you is thinking and feeling about each other, and actions or intentions towards each other. So I'm going to start on your side here. So hope you guys are having a great day, and of course thank you for stopping by my channel. So we have the Queen of Pentacles, the Moon, and the Fool. Wow. And your person, the Star, Eight of Pentacles, and wow, Three of Cups with Ace of Pentacles with the Sun at the bottom of the deck. Goodness. Okay. So, Taurus, we're going to start with your person. So they have the Star as what's in their headspace, which usually talks about kind of the healing that comes after the Tower. But I feel more that this person is actually just kind of up in their head. It's almost like they may be focusing on monotonous tasks right now so that they can clear their head. I feel like whatever it is that's going on with them, they have so much on their plate. It's not like, that they can't handle it necessarily. It doesn't feel like that at all. It feels more that it's almost like they know they've hit a wall and now they're going to go and do something that they can do while they kind of let some of this stuff go. I also feel for some of you that if your person isn't like too into spiritual stuff, I feel like that is shifting. It's like they have a, come to spirituality sort of moment. I feel like for some of you, it might be a dream. For some of you, it feels like this person feels this kind of unexplainable draw to you. It's almost the energy of this person may feel like a past life connection to you, but because they are unfamiliar with that even existing, they feel drawn to you, but they don't know why. It's that type of an energy. I feel like this person feels that they have some work to do on themselves. Obviously, it looks like you are able to respect that and give them space. And it's almost like, and you understand why they want to do that, but it's almost like it's not necessary for you to be with them for them to fix absolutely everything about themselves, right? No one's perfect. And I feel like to a certain extent, it's almost like you may have wanted things to move a little bit faster at one point in time, but it feels like you've kind of resigned yourself to this kind of like snail's pace that things are moving at. It's almost this energy of like, maybe this person doesn't want to get involved with people until they have a certain amount of, financial security built up. And of course you understand that. But it just feels like it's taking a long time. Hold on. That's not quite it. It feels like it just feels like you want this person to know that they don't have to be perfect. I feel like you know that this person is someone that puts a lot of pressure on themselves to do, have, and be certain things. It's almost like there's someone that feels that they have to earn love. They have to be in a certain position in their life before they can accept it. That's unfortunate. We're going to get a clarifier here on this star energy. It's almost like this person is about to realize that um, there's a whole like energetic sort of field out there, if you will. You know, like if you've never, for example, if you've never really paid much attention to um, body language or kind of like the energy of the room, you know what I mean? I feel like it's like all of the sudden this person has some sort of spiritual awakening and they pick up on all of that. And it's like this whole other world has kind of opened up to them and they seem to feel like they have to master it. They have to focus on that. And I feel like you actually have um, a lot of knowledge that you could help them with, that you could support them with in that. But it's almost like you kind of don't want to, you don't want to take the journey of kind of learning it from them. It's more about like not wanting to insert yourself rather than not wanting to help, if that makes sense. It feels like you are of two minds when it comes to this person. It's like on the one hand, you feel for them, you know that they're going through a spiritual awakening or, something of that nature can be very, very difficult, right? And of course, those things are, they're not necessary, let's say, but in order to keep moving, to keep growing, they are very helpful, we'll say. It's almost like there's certain plateaus that we hit that have to be crossed when we pass those plateaus when we're very uncomfortable. I feel like this person is someone that they may keep to themselves a lot, but I feel like because you're more observant than most, you actually might know. It's almost like you can kind of pick up exactly on, I want to say like on where this person is and how they're doing just by how they respond to like normal everyday stuff. And I feel like other people may kind of notice a little bit if this person is off one way or another. But I feel like few people actually look close enough to see what's really going on with them. It feels like you keep whatever knowledge you have about them to yourself, though. So we have the Three of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles. So for me as a reader, the Three of Cups actually usually talks about kind of a third party energy. But wait. It's not that type of third party. It doesn't feel that way. It actually feels like while this person is going through whatever they're going through, someone from the past kind of pops up for them somehow. For some of them, it could just be that they kind of think about that situation in a different way and they understand it on a deeper level. For others of you, I feel like this person, it's almost like they may even approach your person, but it feels like with this person from the past, it's like they see your person and think that they're in such a mess. And it's almost like, and they look at your person as like, oh, that's just pathetic. It doesn't feel like that's actually the case, but that's how this person sees them. It's almost like because your person is kind of painstakingly developing this and they don't care how it's like they don't need the world to be in love with what they're doing to do what they're doing. Whereas I feel like this other person is pretty superficial. They need other people's approval. Oh, it's not quite that. Hold on. They need people to see them as the top dog. They need people to see them as superior. So if your person is kind of going through it and they're kind of wading through some mud right now, this person doesn't want anything to do with that. They only want to come back when your person is strong and powerful and and doing well. It's like they kind of want to pick things up where they were left off, but they don't want to do it when your person's in flux. And I feel like, so let me preface this with, it's not like it's actually going to happen. I don't feel that there's any draw for your person to get back with this ex. Okay. So I just want to put that out there. However, I feel like even if this person did kind of make a move on your person, there's no interest there at all. I feel like they're so focused on what they're doing. And it's almost like either they know or they feel that they wouldn't be able to build what they're building now, that they really want to build, if this person was around. It's almost like because this person is more concerned about how they look right now, as opposed to where they're headed, where they're going, what they're building. It's almost like this person has reached as far as they want to go. It doesn't mean they can't go further. It just feels like they've gotten to a certain level of comfort in their life and they don't really want to keep going. But your person does. It feels like they've found the golden ticket, so to speak, your person. So your end, you have really gorgeous cards, by the way. So we have the Queen of Pentacles. I just keep being drawn to this. So we have the High Priestess for what's in your heart space. And then the bottom of the deck is the Sun. I haven't had that combination come out with this deck. I've had it for a while, but it just, that combination hasn't come out. I didn't realize how similar those cards are. I kind of feel like watching this person's evolution is going to, it's almost like it's going to clear up a few things for you. I feel like it's going to, this might sound strange, it's going to allow you to understand people who are very similar to you, but have little tweaks. It's like, doesn't mean that you necessarily adopt the beliefs that they have, but I feel like it's almost like you're able to stand next to them. It's like, I don't know if this makes sense. It just feels like you seem to have an easier time having relationships with people that you know, where the two of you don't agree on certain things. Whereas before, it feels like you may have wanted to exclude people that had, it's like that there were important facts that the two of you differed on. It feels like it's not necessary anymore because you don't need anything from these people anymore. It's almost like there's something about the way this person functions that actually makes you even more independent. Not that you weren't before, but there's something that's a little bit different about it. There's something here about, it's almost like there seems to be a lot of gratitude coming from you. And it's almost like you may be wondering why it's going towards this person. And it actually feels like it's not about it going towards this person. It feels like it's internal. It feels like it's coming up and out of you. And it's just kind of, you know, like the cup overfloweth, if you will. And so it may feel, it's like that, if ever you've heard that, that Rihanna song, what was the lyric is something to the effect of like, is it me that changed? Or something to the effect, I can't quite remember it, but it's almost like, did I change or did this person just come at the right time? Did this person change my life or are they just here when I've done the work? And what's interesting is it's almost like that's how this person may feel about you. And in watching their transition or their, you know, before and after with the spiritual awakening, I feel like it's helped you understand so much about yourself and what you went through. And I feel like there may have been times where you felt a little embarrassed with what was kind of happening, because it can be a very difficult, very emotional experience. And that's not to say that you acted in any type of way. It just feels like there was a lot of heaviness that came with it. And I feel like watching this person's transition actually allows you to give yourself a lot of grace. There's somebody here that is annoying. I'm not sure where that came from, but they seem, it's like when you're almost in this ethereal energy, it feels like you're having like the best dream, and your alarm, you can hear the alarm in your dream and you're kind of like, what is that noise? And it's pulling you out of this dream that you'd not much rather stay in, but it feels very jarring. It feels like it's not even that you wanted to stay in the dream longer. You just get jolted out of it. And it's a little bit annoying. Okay, we're gonna pull a card because I don't. Nope, not that one. What does Taurus need to know about this annoying person? Yeah, they're really getting on your nerves. We have the Three of Pentacles with the Queen of Wands, both reversed. It feels like there's something here. It could be someone, it could be something, but someone wants your attention. And I feel like it's almost like that door closed a long time ago. It's almost the energy of like, you can't believe they're even knocking on that door. It's like, let's say this is you and there's a whole hallway of doors behind you of all the, people in your past, and someone way the heck over here starts banging on the door and you're thinking to yourself, like, did you forget something? What do you want? It just feels very, it's almost like it's annoying that you even have to get up and answer the door for this. I know, of course, you may or may not answer that door, but it's just this energy of, to other people, they may be like, oh, it's just pulling you out of reality. But I feel like it's not that it's pulling you out of reality. It feels like it's pulling you out of this really gorgeous, grateful energy. It just feels like a freaking unnecessary interruption. Like, what are they doing here? Seriously. But you have something that they need, and I think you know that. It's almost the energy of like, whoever this person is behind that door, they're coming, may not be the actual situation, okay? But it's like they're coming to apologize and kind of ask for forgiveness and get your absolution. Hold on for a second here. It feels like they kind of won't go away. Can we get some advice on that person? Oh, wow, with the Seven of... So, sorry, we have the Nine of Pentacles reversed, and then we do have the Seven of Swords at the bottom of the deck. If this person is a previous romantic interest, they're going to keep coming around until it becomes abundantly clear that they don't have a chance anymore. It doesn't really feel like they do have a chance, but it's almost like they're going to continue to believe that they do until they see you with this person. Let me rephrase that. It's like until they see you happy with someone, they seem to feel like it's their responsibility to stay until that happens. And it is very annoying, but there's something about it that's oddly comforting. And it's almost like, and in allowing yourself to feel that it's oddly comforting, they seem to kind of fade away or fade into the background, if you will. So with the moon here, there's a lot going on. You know what's really interesting is maybe this person is going through a spiritual awakening. But it's almost like you might be going through something as well. It doesn't feel like it's quite as, traumatic as that. It feels more like you've gone through the spiritual awakening and you've shed a whole bunch of, layers that the world has placed on you. And it's almost, and so now there's this kind of this empty space that needs to be filled, or it doesn't need to be filled, but there's this kind of empty space that's waiting for more knowledge, I guess you could say. And it's like a watched pot never boils. It feels like you may. Okay, here's the thing. With this Fool here, you may feel like you're being open to certain people and situations, but it actually feels like you are projecting an energy that's a lot more closed off than you might realize. It's almost like you may feel very open to new experiences and new people, but it's almost like you're living in a different dimension. You're still in the same, it's like vicinity. This might sound super strange. I'm going to say it anyway. It's like everyone is living around you and you're there, you're in the same space, but it's almost like you're somehow in the shadows. It's like you can see people and people can see you, but it's more like you're a statue or an inanimate object rather than someone that's there to interact with them, if that makes sense. That might not make sense. Taurus, I kind of feel like this person sees you as someone that is kind of a goal for down the road. So, advice, we have the 3 and 4 of Swords, both reversed. Okay. And then what to expect, we have the Devil and the 10 of Cups. So first we'll do the advice. So the 3 of Swords, of course, talks about heartbreak, and then the 4 of Swords talks about getting out of that energy and kind of doing that contemplative bit before things are released type deal. I feel like there's a message here where if you feel like you have to figure things out, that you kind of have to sort things into these boxes, I feel like that might be it's like that's how you used to function. It doesn't feel natural to you now, but it's like you're in the habit of it. It may not be that specific, function, but it feels like there's something that no longer feels natural to you, but it's like your knee-jerk reaction. And I feel like the message here is to kind of allow yourself to, this might sound really strange, allow yourself to come out. Allow yourself to, how do I say this? It's like to flourish and grow. It's almost like you've been in a greenhouse and you've been this kind of like tiny stalk and you were given time to grow and grow and grow, and now it's time to transplant you outside. And I feel like it's almost like you're coming into your own, you're stepping into your power. I know a lot that's, kind of like a key phrase sort of deal, but it just feels like you're stepping into yourself, essentially. And there's a lot of power that comes with that. And it feels like part of your power is being able to step into that and not having to know everything. I hope that makes sense. So what to expect, the Devil and the Ten of Cups. That's a really tricky energy. I'm not going to lie. I feel like there may be something that comes in that is, it may have tempted you before, but I feel like you'll know that I mean, it's pretty obvious in the cards here that you have made changes, but I feel like you'll know that you've made an exceptional amount of changes when this past thing comes in and it doesn't even appeal to you. You see it for exactly what it is, something that is, it's like when it comes in, you're not even angry. You're not even angry that it came in. It just feels like you feel a lot of compassion for this person. Could be a person. Feels like it is. Because it's like, you know that if they go through the process of realizing what it is that they're doing, it's going to be very difficult. It just feels like you kind of start to transcend a lot of the BS that blocks people. So I think I'll leave it there, Taurus. If this reading resonated, I'm not sure that it did. If it did, I hope it was helpful and brought you some clarity. I love you guys. I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day, and we will see you on the next one. Much love. Bye.